The UX research methods will help you collect valuable data from your users. But that's only part of the entire research process. The data alone won't be of any use to you unless you can turn them into valuable insights about the users and your product. This is what you'll be doing during the analysis stage of the UX research process. Here are the steps you should follow in order to analyze the data. Refer back to your research objectives. Your research objectives will guide the analysis process by helping you to strictly prioritize the useful information once you've collected the data from your research. At this stage, you'll need to refer back to your research objectives in order to clarify which pieces of data most closely relate to your product's design. This way, you won't lose sight of what you initially set out to achieve with your research. Organize and explore your data. Now that you've determined which data will be useful to you, you should organize them into a digital format so that they're more easily accessible. Once digitized, they can be organized further into folders, for example, for each interview participant or each testing session. At this point, you can start to look for specific words or ideas that are being repeated by your users. Then, create a short list to gather them all together. There is one main technique that will help you be effective in organizing and exploring your data. This technique can be broken down into 2 steps. Coding is using specific words to categorize chunks of text in an interview transcript to outline points of interest. You'll want to look for phrases or aspects that are repeated across user interviews. For example, let's say you're conducting interviews about food delivery apps. If you see that many users are saying, "My deliveries are taking a long time to get to me," then slow delivery time could be a code you use. Identifying the key categories of your research results is the process of interpreting the interesting information you highlighted with your codes. You'll now sort your codes into larger categories and label them. These categories should start to give you an idea of what information was most prevalent across your user interviews. Going back to the delivery app example, codes like slow delivery time or no way to directly contact the restaurant could all be grouped under the category pain points. Synthesize your data. This is where you'll work to understand what your codes and categories are trying to tell you. You'll search through them to try and discover important patterns or information called findings. Those findings can be used to derive insights on what your product needs in order to be successful. As you synthesize each of your categories and their subsequent findings, you should start to see a range of useful insights emerging. When you're ready, identify all the most crucial insights and list them in a document. Once you've completed these steps and have gained insights on how to improve your product, you'll need to share those insights with your team. It's important that you and your team members have this shared knowledge during development. It will allow you to communicate and solve issues more efficiently. And once you've completed the analysis of your results, you'll be ready to begin developing your product.